I don't like the term imposter syndrome because it wraps up and packages something that literally needs to be unpacked for you to reach your objectives in life. The question is about trying to learn astrophysics, but I'm going to show how this applies across the board. What really is going on when we experience imposter syndrome in any area of life is that we don't believe in ourselves. And it's okay to say that. We don't think that we're good enough. That's what really is going on. When you are experiencing imposter syndrome, just be honest with yourself. You don't think that you're good enough. This is not an attack. We're on the same team. I would argue that your ability to reach any goal, achieve anything, whether that's learning astrophysics, getting a PhD, whether that is starting a successful business, having a healthy long-term relationship, it is completely dependent on how you deal with all of the emotions that come with this feeling of imposter syndrome, which I'm saying is you thinking that you're not good enough. Those feelings are typically confusion, fear, uncertainty. For example, you're in grad school, you're learning astrophysics, you realize that there are tons of brilliant people around you, a lot of them that seem a lot smarter than you. You feel uncertain. Am I smart enough to do this? Am I good enough to do this? You can shrink into yourself. You could quit. You could just get out of that situation. That's one way to deal with it, right? You could just turn around and go the other way. You won't have to deal with it anymore. That's a fine choice to make, but you won't reach that goal, right, of getting your PhD. Another way that you could respond to that feeling is by studying. Every time that I studied really, really hard and built up my competence in a given topic, I suddenly became confident. You could also shift your perspective and realize that uncertainty and confusion is always the step that precedes a new knowledge level. You're confronted with a bunch of stuff that you don't know yet. The first feeling that you should probably feel is confused. It is associated with the process of learning. It's okay to feel like you aren't good enough, but how you choose to frame your relationship with that is your perspective. You have full control over that. Think about in a relationship, you are uncertain about a situation. How do you choose to respond to that feeling? You could run the other way. Works. It removes you from that situation. You avoid pain, right? You get out of the uncertainty, but you don't get the relationship that you're looking for. And keep going. Another thing you could do is lash out. You don't have to watch your back. If you know for a fact that you do need to watch your front, you remove the uncertainty. It's not, is this dangerous? It's, yeah, we're in a fight right now. Remove the uncertainty. You remove the confusion. I'm cooking. I know that I am. When it comes to imposter syndrome, professional, academic career, relationship, interpersonal, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. You don't feel like you're good enough. You're going to experience a series of emotions because of that. And if you don't learn how to appropriately respond to those emotions, you're not going to be able to accomplish the thing. I swear this applies to getting your PhD in astrophysics, which I have, by the way.